Chief Keef isn't just a rapper. He's a cultural moment that reshaped hip-hop forever. Before he was old enough to drive, a teenager from the south side of Chicago changed the sound of rap music. At only 15 years old, Chief Keef helped bring Chicago drill to the mainstream, a raw, aggressive style that felt darker, louder, and more real than anything the industry had seen before. But the reason people believed Chief Keef wasn't just because of the beats or the flow. It was the life behind the lyrics. Everything about his music felt authentic. Too authentic. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Chief Keef's troubled past, his run-ins with the law, and how his real-life experiences helped shape one of the most influential careers in modern hip-hop. This is the true criminal history of Chief Keef. Chief Keef's first documented encounter with law enforcement happened in January of 2011, when he was just 15 years old. Details surrounding the case remain unclear, but court records suggest Keef was connected to a serious drug-related offense involving the manufacture and delivery of heroin in a restricted area near schools or public housing. Because he was a minor, the case was handled through the juvenile justice system. Instead of being found guilty, Keef was labeled as delinquent and later released under home confinement. It was an early warning sign, but not the last. Later that same year, in December 2011, Chief Keef found himself in an even more serious situation. Police responded to reports of gunfire in a South Side Chicago neighborhood. When officers arrived, they noticed Keef exiting an apartment building while attempting to conceal his hands. What happened next escalated quickly. According to police reports, Keef fled the scene, allegedly brandishing a firearm during the chase and pointing it toward officers. Police opened fire but missed, and Keef was eventually caught a short distance away. Authorities later recovered a fully loaded handgun believed to be discarded during the pursuit. As a result, Chief Keef was charged with multiple felony counts, including aggravated assault on police officers and unlawful use of a weapon, along with a misdemeanor resisting arrest charge. He was detained in juvenile custody before once again being placed on house arrest. One of the most controversial moments surrounding Chief Keef came in 2012, following the murder of rival Chicago rapper Lil JoJo. At the time, tensions between the two camps were highly publicized online. After JoJo's death, Chief Keef posted messages on social media that many viewed as mocking the situation. Although these posts sparked massive outrage and speculation, no charges were ever filed against Keef. The case remains unsolved to this day. By 2013, Chief Keef was facing constant legal trouble. After violating probation conditions related to firearm restrictions, Keef was sentenced to juvenile detention once again. Later that year, he was arrested in Atlanta following a confrontation with hotel security, which resulted in a disorderly conduct charge. While the case quietly disappeared, it added to his growing reputation. Only days later, Keef was arrested in Chicago for driving over 100 miles per hour on a major highway. When questioned, he reportedly responded with a now infamous remark about owning a fast car. He pled guilty, received probation, community service, fines, and was arrested again immediately after leaving court on a trespassing charge. Later that year, Chief Keef tested positive for marijuana while on probation and turned himself in. He served 20 days in jail, after which the court ordered him to attend rehabilitation. Shortly after rehab, Keef returned to Chicago, but the peace didn't last long. In early 2014, he was arrested for DUI, driving on a suspended license, and lack of insurance. Instead of returning to court, Chief Keef made a life-changing decision. He left Chicago permanently. After relocating to Los Angeles, Chief Keef managed to stay out of trouble for nearly 3 years. But in January 2017, police raided his California home following allegations tied to an armed home invasion involving a former producer. Keef was arrested, but the case eventually fell apart and was dismissed after the accuser faced serious criminal charges of his own. Later in 2017, Chief Keef was arrested in Miami Beach on DUI charges after police found drugs in his system. He avoided jail but was sentenced to probation and community service. That same year, airport security in South Dakota discovered marijuana-related items in his luggage. Keef pled no contest and ultimately received a suspended sentence, avoiding a permanent conviction. Since 2017, Chief Keef has largely stayed out of trouble. These days, he spends most of his time making music, gaming, and living a low-key lifestyle. While he still performs and travels occasionally, he's kept a much lower profile compared to his early years. Considering where he came from, staying arrest-free for years is no small achievement. Chief Keef's story is more than just arrests and headlines. It's the story of a kid who grew up too fast, survived an unforgiving environment, and still managed to leave a permanent mark on hip-hop culture. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.